I'm live. I'm live. Hello, world. Welcome to my very first ever live stream. Hope you can hear me okay. I'm totally new at this. I've already learned stuff, and I tried to do a live stream yesterday, and it didn't work. And I'm going to make a video about why it didn't work. But needless to say, it was a great learning experience, which has kind of been this whole thing. So here we are. 3 weeks into the 9-week challenge, 1/3 the way through. And I thought it would be good to do a review of what I've learned, what I've done, what my experience has been so far, what I have planned coming up, and maybe a little anecdote at the end that actually was pretty amazing. So let's get to it, shall we? So here we are, 3 weeks in. The first thing that I'd like to say about this is that I didn't really think it through all the way. This is a lot of work. Making videos is a lot of work. Finding the time to do this is a lot of work. Of course, right after I decided to do this, all of my clients thought it would be a great idea to double the work that they send me. So good problem to have. I love all my clients. Thank you very much. I love you all. And it's just, holy cow, what did I get myself into? Yeah. So that was awesome, or that is awesome. I'm currently still have a eyeball ton of work, but I'm going to keep doing this. I'm committed to making it all the way through all 9 weeks. And something I've also learned about this is that I need patience. Oftentimes I try to rush, right? I try to rush the process, thinking I've got to get something out. And there's been a few times where I maybe have sacrificed a little bit of quality. I think maybe in order to get something out. But overall, I think the only thing that's sacrificed is stuff on the back end, things that like descriptions, chapter markers, the correct hashtags, adding video cards or the right end screen. All that kind of stuff can be done later. And actually, there is a benefit to that, which I'm also going to make a video about coming up. So awesome there. So overall, I'm confident. The 3 weeks that I've done so far I thought I would, I wasn't sure actually how I would feel in 3 weeks. A lot of people do these challenges just for 30 days, just for 1 month. 9 weeks is longer than 4. And so having the confidence right now is actually a good feeling. I wasn't sure if I would be able to make it, but I think I'm going to. Actually, I'm very confident that I'm going to. So awesome. What else is on my list here? So here are some of the things that are coming up in the second third of the challenge, the next 3 weeks. I have a whole bunch. Well, I have a number of unboxing and product reviews, which is going to be great. Microphones, gear in general, camera stuff. There is a stuff about lights, reviews on lights and unboxing on lights. The microphones, like I said, there's a review of a teleprompter that I've tried to use. I'm going to talk about marketing with YouTube. Marketing, I say this a lot. I say that voice actors need to market themselves, and YouTube is a great platform to do it. But I really haven't gone into detail as to how or what that really means. Well, that's coming. So if that's something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button because that's coming. So very specific, in detail, how to market to potential clients, to leads. There's a number of different ways to do it. So that's coming. How to set up your channel, kind of like a website. So I have this theory that when you're getting started, having a website takes a lot of time. If you don't do it yourself, it takes a lot of money, and getting it right can often be tricky. One of the benefits of YouTube is that it kind of could be your website. The only thing you're missing is a custom URL. And there's ways around that too. So that content is coming. One of the things that I do for one of my clients is turn their Zoom footage into a lead. Not a lead, excuse me. Turn their Zoom footage into usable YouTube footage. So that kind of content's coming up. Let's see what I have here. I have some personal stories, some advice. Now, I'm not a coach. I don't claim to be a coach. I'm just a voice actor who does video as well. And so I have some experience. So I'm just sharing that experience. I'm not trying to coach anyone. I'm not trying to sell anything. There is nothing. I don't have like a website saying, buy my pack or sign up for my group or any of that stuff. I'm just kind of putting it out in the universe and hopefully somebody can use it. What else do we have here? Personal. Oh, we're going to have some more phraseology, and I'm going to go a little bit more obscure. I did a phraseology on what AMA means. It got no views, 0 views. I guess everybody knows what AMA means. So I'll go into some more obscure terms coming up. Things like, what's the Wadsworth constant? I'll tell you. What a VTuber is, I'll tell you. We'll talk about streaming. I learned a whole lot about streaming in the last 48 hours. So there's going to be some more information on that. I have some exciting stuff here. I have some collabs coming up very soon. Sorry, I think I just popped the mic. I have some collabs and some interviews coming up with some really cool people in the industry. So stick around for that. I'm very excited about all this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of content coming in the next 6 weeks, and I'm totally psyched for it. So it's really great. And one of the things I really am enjoying this is that it's getting my first 100 videos. I tell a lot of my clients, you got to make your first 100 videos. You just got to put them out there. You got to get that ball rolling, because until you have that foundation, you don't expect a lot of subscribers. People who subscribe want to see that you make content regularly. And part of the way they do that is they go and they look at your channel as to what kind of stuff that you've been putting out. And if you have, just a handful of things, you don't expect them to subscribe. So you got to get started, regardless of how many people are viewing, how many people are subscribing, liking, sharing, that kind of stuff. Just get rolling and do it for yourself. I mean, have consistency and in your channel, so that you're not bouncing all over the place from one thing to another. Know who your target audience is, but also do the things you like to do. Do the things that you enjoy doing, because if you don't, your channel's going to fizzle out, because you just won't be able to sustain it, because it's a lot of work. That's the other thing I've been learning. I think I've said that more than twice. In the third half, thank you, Click and Clack, I'm going to be doing a lot more YouTube marketing and promotion to support the channel. So that's coming as well. Okay, now it's time for that personal story that I promised at the beginning of this short little stream. Yesterday, I was sitting out on my porch, having a nice coffee in the morning, listening to the birds chirp, and I was reflecting on what this experience has been like, so I could, figure out what I was going to talk about. And it's been very much a lot of extreme. I've had to work harder and longer than I thought I would. Kind of throwing the whole work-life balance out of balance. And I thought, well, that's kind of the way it works. Think about it like this, like you're sailing. I don't know if anybody's been here, has been on a ship, on a sailboat. When you have gentle wind and the water is calm, you make progress, and it's relaxing and it's even. I mean, even the term even keeled comes from that. There's not a lot of drama, which is good. It's not a lot of excitement. You're just kind of moving along, and it's relaxing and nice. But when the wind picks up, it makes the seas rough and everything's choppy, and difficult. You can get seasick. There's a lot of drama. It's exciting. Sometimes it's scary. And it's in those moments, though, that the boat is really cooking along. It's moving fast. And when the boat's moving fast, you're making great progress. It's tough. It's hard work to keep from tipping over, but you're making progress faster, and it's exciting. So my thought was that whole idea of work-life balance. Yeah, that's okay, but you can't live there all the time. I don't know. I think that it's definitely balance is definitely good most of the time. But there are moments where you really have to kind of, you know, unbalance the scales. You have to push harder than you normally would. You have to get outside of your comfort zone. And so I'm drinking my coffee and I'm thinking these thoughts. And I never said anything out loud to anybody. I was sitting outside with my wife and we were having a lovely morning drinking our coffee. But I didn't say anything. I just kind of kept it to myself because I wanted to think about it some more. And I go inside and I'm refilling my coffee and I sit down and on the couch and I open Reddit and I look at the first article. And let me show you what the first article is. I took a screenshot of it because I couldn't believe it. Ready? Here we go. I think you can read that. Oh, it's backwards for you. Is it backwards for you? It is backwards for you. I'll read it to you. It's Jeff Bezos. And the title of the article, Work-Life Balance is a Debilitating Phrase. Come on. I can understand if I said something like, wow, I really need a new pair of slippers out loud. Or my oven mitt is burnt through. I should go buy a new one and then see ads for things like oven mitts and slippers. But I didn't say anything. I didn't utter a word. Tell me we are not living in a simulation right now. Come on. I thought the thing and the first article on Reddit, work-life balance is a debilitating phrase. That's crazy. It's freaky. This whole thing is a heck of a ride. Anyway, that's about it for me. I'm calling it for tonight. Thank you. No one's actually watched the stream live, but that's okay. I'm going to save it and put it on the channel. This has been an awesome learning experience. I've had a few beers. Just give me a second. I've had a few ciders, not beers, actually, just cider. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for the people who have subscribed. Thank you for people who have watched the videos. And if you're just watching this for the first time and you subscribe, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully some of this information that I have been learning and sharing has been helpful. So until next time.